My name is Jamie Sexton, starting pitcher for the University of West Georgia, preseason All-Gulf South Conference, preseason All-American. In the classroom, I really had to I struggled with time management. I was big on procrastination, with tests, quizzes, studying at the last second, and getting off the bus on road trips and trying to scramble and do my homework. And so I really had to learn with time management. So what I did was I got a calendar and I wrote out, when my assignments were due and so I had it planned out weeks in advance, and that really helped me staying on time and staying on task and doing the best I could to get A's and B's in the classroom. On the field, I really learned from high school to college that the competition level was a lot more than it is in high school. In high school you're one of the top few at your school and in the region, but then when you're in college, everybody's just as good as you are, better, and you really have to learn that it takes a lot more work and practice to put in on and off the field to be just as good and to succeed. One thing I wish I would have learned first coming in onto campus that I've learned over the past few years is mental toughness. It's one thing that's overlooked a lot these days, and on the field and off the field. And that's one thing that I've learned, that you just got to be tough mentally to handle any adversity that you face, whether it's in the classroom or it's on the field. That's one thing that's really helped me succeed over the past few years, and one thing I've really learned to try to develop and to grow in that area. And it's one thing that I've passed on to a few of the incoming guys, the freshmen coming in, that mental toughness is a big part of their success. It's easy to get down on yourself and be hard on yourself, but if you have that mental toughness, it's easy to overlook some things and to handle adversity and to move on, and it's a big part in being successful. After graduating college, I plan on being a special education teacher and a high school baseball coach. Baseball's a game that I love, and I love working with kids, and I kind of want to give back to what was given to me growing up, and it's just something I've always wanted to do, and it's really sat in my heart. And so afterwards, I plan on coaching high school baseball and hopefully starting a family.
Welcome to another edition of GSC Diginet. I'm Jim Cavale. Let's get right to it as the Gulf South Conference crowned its 2014 men's and women's tennis champions. Starting with the women, University of West Florida swept through the GSC tennis tournament for the second consecutive year to earn the league's title for the 14th time, and the win, a 5-0 triumph over Valdosta State, gave the Argonauts a fourth consecutive championship and a fifth in the last 6 years, after Reigns forced the tournament to play the semifinals and finals on the same day. But it didn't faze UWF as they were up for the challenge, first beating Alabama Huntsville, sweeping them and sweeping Valdosta State on their way to a fifth in 6 years when it comes to tennis titles. Pretty amazing stuff for the Argonauts. And on the men's side, the Argonauts also came up as they won their 11th championship, remaining undefeated on the season, winning the GSC men's title, downing West Alabama for the second straight year, 5-1. The Argonauts take home their 11th title and produce their first three-peat since 1997, 98, and 99 as the top seed. UWF Argos had a bye in the first round, waited 3 days to get on the court after the Reigns wiped out Friday's semifinal round, but they showed no rust in dismantling number 4 seed Delta State, and then going ahead and winning the title as they beat Valdosta in the semis and West Alabama in the championship. The Gulf Championship's coming up. We're going to have all the highlights and action on that in the next week on GSC Diginet. Meanwhile, baseball and softball setting the stage for their championships, as in GSC baseball, West Florida trying to get their second ever national title, as they're number 2 in the country right now atop the GSC standings, 22-4 in conference play, 31-6 overall. Delta State right behind them. The Statesmen have some championships they'd like to add to as well nationally, 21-5 in conference play, 30-9 overall. Alabama Huntsville West Alabama follow. UAH is 20-7 in conference play, while West Alabama is 15-10. And then a little bit of a log jam like you always see in the standings with such a great conference of parity like the Gulf South Conference with Valdosta, Lee, who's not eligible for postseason play in the Gulf South, West Georgia, North Alabama, all hovering around that 500 mark. And then in softball, the ladies getting ready for championship play. Shorter is atop the league, 20-4. They're not eligible for the GSC tournament. Right behind them is the traditional power in GSC softball, UAH. Alabama Huntsville's women are number 3 in the country, 21-6 in conference play, 37-7 overall. North Alabama, the rival just down the road, 18-9 in conference play. Valdosta State, number 21 in the nation right now, 16-9. And then they're followed by West Florida. Those are all the teams above 500, and those teams are also all ranked regionally, including Shorter, who is eligible for NCAA championship play, and they are high on the regional rankings. So, as we get a chance to set the stage, we have GSC Golf Championships, then GSC Softball and GSC Baseball Championships. Big announcement, GSC Baseball will take place at University of Alabama, Birmingham, just down the road from the GSC headquarters. We'll have highlights from all these tournaments and continue to keep you updated on how things are going in GSC tennis, because 2 teams now moving on, going for a national championship. We'll have all that and more on the next edition of GSC DigiNet. Until then, I'm Jim Cavale, and for everyone at the Gulf South Conference, thanks for tuning in.